Well, good morning, our beloveds. Bing, bing, bong, bong, ping, pong, ping, pong. It is the sound of the machine, the ping pong machine. What is it? What is it about your brains that attracts you to ping pong, ping pong, ping pong? When you're in a state of disillusion, dissociation, anarchy, in some weird ways, that state is calming. It is utterly destructive to your central nervous system because you are constantly hypervigilant to look for stimuli to keep your brain active, and preferably in something that agitates and irritates you and makes you frustrated and angry or just simply dramatized. What is that? What is it within your system that keeps you from meditating or appreciating stillness? How many of you would be able to go to a retreat, let's say for 24 hours only, where you have no technology, no visual cues other than nature, and the most basic foods, let's say eggs, oatmeal, fresh fruit, salad. Nothing really too fancy. If that is all that you had, and you had to sit and just look on the horizon or close your eyes and feel or be, how many of you, truly, be honest, could do that? And how many of you would be so agitated and irritated because you need to be entertained 24/7 by music, visual cues, conversation, something? We want you really to go within and just look at that simple piece. Who could do it and why? And who couldn't and why? And we'll give you a clue. The why is not as important as whether or not you could do it. And if you can't do it, cannot, will not, insist that it is unhealthy or you don't have the time or whatever your excuse, you are the ones more than anyone else who really needs to try this, because your body is so incensed by peace that you actively seek out stimuli. Finding yourself requires a quiet attitude and nothing else that can pull aside your thoughts or your mind's activity. It is meant to allow things to clear out. You will start with lots of thoughts, but by the end, you will find a reset button of sorts. This is where your life's quest can and should begin. We will be that clear. Finding you means that you just allow everything else to take a hiatus so that you can sit with you and just find the center of you and to allow yourself to be. And then, and this is probably the most important part within our message, you would need to sit there and observe yourself, observing yourself, observing yourself. You would need to detach from the personal experience of, I'm bored, I don't like this, I don't want to do this, oh my God, I need my phone, I need a cup of coffee, I want to talk to so-and-so. And then we would want you to observe yourself. Oh, look, I'm pretty stressed. And then you observe yourself, observing yourself. Well, look, I'm looking at myself being stressed and overwhelmed. And see how many of those regressions you could entertain. How many steps back from yourself could you actually take where you observe yourself, observing yourself, observing yourself, observing yourself, observing yourself? That, our beloveds, is utter detachment and affirming health care. When you no longer identify as you, but observe yourself living this life, that, our beloveds, is where your seat of the soul resides. Find it, seek it, and then ultimately be it. Be yourself by observing yourself through the lens of pragmatism and love. You can say, oh, look, I am really distressed right now. And then you can say, I offer myself compassion for being so distressed right now. Both matter. It allows you to be the silent observer as well as the compassionate observer. And it is the compassionate observer who is now coming in to fortify the silent observer who has been with you throughout the entire patriarchy. That was the gift of Jesus, the silent observer. But now the compassionate observer is coming in with the Aquarian age to teach you all that at the end of the day, you are love, and you no longer need anyone else to tell you that you are loved. You will offer that to yourselves in order to become healthy, whole, and happy, if there is even such a thing. Holiness has never been what you thought it was. It is simply being in acceptance of where you are at and trying to do a better job at it the next time you go around that spot on the spiral of life. It's not about perfection. It's about self-observation and finding a space where you internally desire to grow, not because someone tells you to do it, because you yourself desire to do it. And that, our beloveds, is the Aquarian age and its experience and its gifts in a nutshell. Being you shouldn't be this hard, but it is because you all have stepped so far away from center because of the patriarchal lessons of sinful embellishments. And we shall leave it there. And so it is. Namaste.